What is stopping you diving into the pool of meditation? There are many things that may be holding us back, and we'll explore some of those today. But rather like learning to swim, you have to get in the water rather than watching others or sitting by the edge of the pool. So perhaps you've tried meditation once or twice, but haven't started a regular practice. You've perhaps been wandering around the edge of the pool, occasionally dipping your toe in the water. But you haven't yet fully got in and explored for yourself. Well, with anything new, we have to keep practicing in order to learn how to do it. Maybe you don't feel you're very good at it. Maybe you find it challenging. It doesn't really matter. You might even feel good doing meditation. But however you feel, just keep doing it. A small amount every day goes a long way. So what are those things that are holding you back? Things like desire, sleepiness, doubt, aversion, and restlessness. These are the 5 hindrances. So you may be experiencing doubt, and this is perfectly normal and natural. A lot of thoughts can arise when having a go at meditation. You may even feel a sense of boredom. Perhaps you're used to constant stimulation, so when you sit down and you sit quietly, you just think, oh, I can't do this, it's boring. Well, this is just one of many doubts that may cross your mind. You may find other excuses arising, such as, what's the point of sitting here? My mind is far too busy. I can't do this. I think I should try something else. Does that sound familiar to you? Maybe you just can't seem to find a quiet space where you're not distracted. This too is another way of your mind trying to stop you from meditating. So these are the thoughts that make you wander around the pool, maybe trying and dipping your toe in, but not actually giving it a go. These can be strong feelings, but we can overcome them. We can carry on. Let's not let our thoughts stop us practicing meditation. Allow them to be there and continue with your practice anyway. Just in the same way as we become aware of noises, we can become aware of our thoughts and then just come back to our breathing or the focus of our meditation and carry on anyway. To help keep the practice going, why not start with 3 minutes of mindful breathing? If you can do 3 minutes, you can then increase it to 5 minutes. After a while, perhaps 10 or 20 minutes. Starting with a time that is achievable will enable you to overcome your doubt, overcome your thoughts that are telling you can't do this. Don't listen to those thoughts that are holding you back. Dive into that pool and just do those 3 minutes. And when you do, you'll find it much easier to move on. So what about sleepiness? When we meditate, we begin to feel relaxed and tranquil sometimes. And so we may feel so calm that it's all too easy to fall asleep. This is why it's suggested that you meditate sitting up rather than laying down to avoid this sleepiness, this falling asleep, drifting off. Sitting up helps us stay more focused on our meditation. Feeling tired after a busy day or not being able to wake up in the morning can stop us from meditating. Maybe you feel overwhelmed, you've got too much to do, or you have too much on your mind to think about meditating. But again, this is just your mind beginning to resist and put up a fight against your practice. This is something you can overcome. Spending a few minutes in mindful breathing can help settle the mind. It may even allow you to feel less tired and overwhelmed and give you more energy to do the things you need to do. You may genuinely be extremely tired and feel that when you close your eyes, you just want to go to sleep. Instead of giving up, perhaps you can focus for a moment on where you feel tired. Is it in your body? Are you physically tired? Or is it your mind? Do you just feel mentally exhausted? Perhaps you've just had a very emotional day. But if we can try relaxing the body and meditating for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe that would help these feelings. It may even be a great way to relax before going to bed, or even a good way to gradually wake yourself up in the morning. Of course, we may be genuinely exhausted and we just cannot keep our eyes open, we cannot keep our mind focused, and we just need that sleep. And that's okay. But don't let sleepiness stop your practice altogether. See if you can work with it, and you may even find it helps. So what about aversion? There may be days where you find that you are agitated, anxious, or worried, and you can't seem to sit still. You may feel like you want to jump up and get on with something else. But we can work with this too. We can try to resist the urge to jump up and get on with another task. Give yourself a moment to notice how you're feeling in your body. Have your muscles become tense because of your emotions? Is your jaw tight? Are your shoulders hunched? Are you holding on to tension in your belly? We can start by trying to relax these areas before noticing what's happening in your mind. Is your mind jumping from one thought to another? Are you worrying about some future event? Maybe you can try to observe these thoughts rather than get involved with them. You could try focusing on the breath to help still the mind and keep your meditation simple, rather than fighting with your anxious thoughts and feelings. Again, set a target by trying this for 3 minutes and gradually increase as you become familiar with the practice. Try not to fight your feelings and emotions for 3 minutes and just breathe. So, restlessness, another thing that may be holding us back. Some days you may find it difficult to sit still, feeling restless, uncomfortable or fidgety. And these are perfectly normal feelings, but rather than giving up, see these distractions as a special message that guide you towards inner wisdom and self-acceptance. If you look at meditation in this way, when you do have a day when everything seems to be going wrong, you feel unable to focus, negative thoughts keep arising, aches and pains start to interfere, or your mind is full of busy thoughts. Just remember that if you accept these experiences with an open mind and total awareness, you may find that although the meditation itself was uncomfortable and perhaps less enjoyable than some days, you may find that you feel more relaxed and happier afterwards. So keep going, if only for a few minutes every day, and you'll notice the benefits. So what about desire? Desire can be a distraction. Feeling the need for something you crave can be a strong pull on our emotions. We may begin to think about something we really want. This is usually something we think will give us pleasure. Maybe we're meditating before breakfast and the thought of freshly cooked bread and the thought of going for breakfast just seems like a big draw right now. Well, we can notice those desires. We can notice the feeling or the wanting to go on to something else, and still sit for our lovely 3 minutes, doing our best to not get distracted by the wants and needs of the mind and body just at this moment. You may be sitting calmly in your practice when another thought or desire pops up. It would be really easy to listen to that voice and jump up immediately to get what you desire. But you actually gain more benefit from noticing that voice and then returning to your meditation. This is because desire is a sign that something is out of balance. Desiring chocolate, for example, may seem to be something that gives you pleasure, but if you keep eating chocolate, it's not going to be good for you. If you're a smoker with the desire for a cigarette, we know that we want that cigarette, but we also know it's not good for us. It's our mind's way of tricking us into believing that desire is a good thing. So instead of giving in to desire, losing your perspective, maybe you can stop for a moment and think, is this good for me? Desire may also come in a more subtle form, the desire for peace and tranquility. We may set our intentions on creating peace within our meditation practice. But what if we don't find peace? Perhaps we're faced with challenging emotions instead. This may put us off our meditation practice. We may feel disheartened that we didn't find peace. However, learning to work with our emotions is a better way of finding peace. We don't let desire for instant peace distract us from our practice. We work with where we are. Whatever hindrances we may find appear to us, from doubt, thinking we can't do it, to sleepiness, telling ourselves we're too tired, to aversion, when we feel agitated, anxious or worried, to restlessness, where we're just fidgety and uncomfortable and can't seem to settle, and to desire, wanting to be somewhere else, doing something else, or to find instant peace. Let's work with all of these things. It doesn't matter what is going on for us. We still dive into the pool of meditation. We rest with our breath. We notice how our body is feeling, doing our best to soften any tension. And all of those hindrances can just be around the edge. They're still there, but we're not getting involved with them. We're enjoying our pool of meditation. We can overcome our hindrances just by accepting that they're there. And we can use them as an opportunity for growth and development. It helps to increase our awareness of what's happening for us. And then returning our mind to our meditation, watching the hindrances come and go.